Hey guys, we've got about a week left in the season, and I just recently hit Mythic, currently sitting at rank 365, and hoping to hit the top 250 in Premier Draft for Marvel Superheroes. So we're going to go ahead and jump into a draft. And what I'd like to do, if possible, I easily could miss, but if I can try to get somewhere in like the top 250, ideally like the top 100 3 days before the end of the season, might be able to step away and sort of let the ranks happen. Of course, that's entirely possible that I'll miss, and in that case, we'll be, going to be trying to shoot for the top 250 for the end of the season. But yeah, this is exciting. I haven't done limited in quite some time, and really love this set. So anyways, let's go ahead and jump in. Pack 1, pick 1. We have a fantastic rare here, the Wondrous Wasp. It is one of the best blue cards in the set. And right up there with it is Justice Vance Astrovik. So these two are really close in terms of win rate. After this, probably the next best card is going to be Hero in Training, Political Triumph. You've also got Undercover Skrull, Agent Maria Hill, and then it kind of, Brave Brawler, Widow's Bite, lots of really good cards here, but this is a premium blue rare, so happy to take it. Okay, pack 1, pick 2, we have Red Guardian, which has very high win rate. There's also Falcon's Wing Harness, which is a nice follow-up to the Wondrous Wasp. And then we've got Doombot, Shield Spy Kit. I like all of these cards. There's also Lightning Strike, Hulk Smash, Savage Land Dinosaur. I mean, I think Blue-White is the best color combo. For like the best card here, I do like the removal that the Red Guardian gives us. So I think I'm going to take that over the Wing Harness and the Spy Kit here. But lots of good options. All right, pack 1, pick 3, we have Stature, Size Shifter, one of the best early drops there in blue, also very high win rate. We've also got Raft Security Officer, and then you have another Undercover Skrull, so really good options, and I think the 3 best colors in the set. Crossbones can be nice in the right deck, and Mr. Hyde I think is fine as well. Also the land, but yeah, gonna go ahead and pick up Stature here. All right, pack 1, pick 4. The Baxter building is really nice, kind of helps incidental fixing, and then also if you end up getting creatures with any kind of toughness, can be really good. Burrow backup is also great. And then just real solid, we've got Agent of Atlas, is a Serpent Specialist, Hulk Smash. I think here I'm probably just going to take the land. This is a pretty solid land, although in blue-white it might be a little harder to kind of get this going. So I could see an argument for taking the backup here. Yeah, actually I think I'll take Burrow backup. This is probably better in green, just like the more toughness. And this is, just having land cyclers is really nice. Okay, US Agent is fantastic. Happy to grab it here. There's also AIM Scientists. And then I think kind of a drop off from there. You've got the Villainous Hideout if you're trying to do villain stuff, but we're pretty far away from that. So happy to grab US Agent. And I really like the creatures that are like kind of pseudo removal, with like Red Guardian. You've got like Spider Woman, a couple others just help you hit your creature count and also your removal. Panther Pounce I think is fine. I think I'll probably take the Hydraulic Helper here. There is Lightning Strike, so it's possible maybe red is open. This is a worse card here, but I do think we've got some solid blue, so I think I'm going to stick with that here. This also can help you if you pick up like Doombots or Futurist Forge or like the Drone Flock, for example. Agents of Shield I think is fine as well. Some solid red and green. You've got Savage Land Dinosaur and Abomination Terrifying Titan, which are also quite good. But happy to grab the flyer here. And that's pretty close between that and Agents of Shield. I mean, the cheaper card is, I can totally see going with that. We've got a nice Surveillance Room. There's also Bold Biochemist, which is a really nice early drop. But I think, you know, getting the first Fixer land is maybe just a little better. And then you've got a couple tricks here in Depower and Panther Pounce. Yeah, hopefully we can pick up maybe a couple more early drops. Okay, Agent Maria Hill is a really nice pickup. Brave Brawler is also great, and this is nice for kind of a finisher, but yeah, I'm not going to pass Agent Maria Hill here. Okay, there is a Red-White land, Hulk Smash, and wow, these are all really good cards. I think here I'd rather have Agents of Shield over the trick. And again, we could grab the land here if we wanted to potentially splash, but I like Aim Scientist, just helps fix. Now we've got 2 land cyclers, feel pretty good about that. Can really help if we don't like fill out our 2-drop curve, just give us something to do. So yeah, not bad for the first pack. We've got like a solid 11 playables here, so pretty happy about that. And I think that white and blue are just so deep in this set that it's pretty easy to get at least a decent deck. All right, we'll just send that signal. Maybe they can use some red. All right, pack 2, pick 1. There is a Raft Security Officer and also an Aerial Doombot. We have a couple 1-drops. I think Doombot is always great, and probably take Raft here. We only have, I think, maybe a couple pieces of removal, or no real solid removal. I guess we've got the Red Guardian and the Wondrous Wasp, sort of pseudo removal. But yeah, happy to grab Raft here. All right, pack 2, pick 2. Could grab a Helicarrier Strike. There's also another Surveillance Room if we want that. Aim Scientist, we could pick up a 3rd one of those. There's a Dependable Quinjet. So I guess it just depends on, like, this might be okay if we were to get like more 5s potentially, but there aren't that many 5s. If we can pick up like Falcon, it'd be amazing. I think there's a decent chance. I guess probably just take the Helicarrier Strike here. Just it's nice to get some number of removal all set up. I could certainly see taking the land here also. All right, pack 2, pick 3. We have our rare as a Super Soldier Serum. +2/+2, First Strike and Vigilance. And then whenever it attacks or blocks, attach a number of equipment. So I think it's all right. Maria Hill's really good. We already have one, but maybe that's just what we want to take here just to get the early stuff going. I've never played with this, so I don't know how. I mean, you can get blown out, obviously, but it seems decent. There's also Bold Biochemist. I guess I'll just take the Maria Hill. I think I just like having the early action. Okay, another US agent. Also a shield deployment drone, which I really like. There's also Spy Kit, which is fantastic. There's another Surveillance Room. I think this is pretty close. I'm going to go with the Shield deployment drone. It's a little bit cheaper than a second US agent. And could also see taking the Spy Kit here. I think this is close. But yeah, happy to take the deployment drone here. All right, now we've got premium removal here in Trickster's Stratagem. And there's also like Agent of Atlas, Helicarrier Strike. This is kind of more if we can't fill our 5s, maybe later. But yeah, taking the removal here. Now, happy to grab a Bold Biochemist. Actually, never mind. There's an Avengers Hangar. We could really use the land. Yeah, I think this is harder to replace than like a Biochemist. We say the Naya is fantastic removal. Interesting, there's an Iron Man here. Sometimes you could potentially like look, if we had picked up like the blue-red land, maybe you could look at splashing. We do also have like 2 ways of searching up lands, but we say the Naya is just really nice removal. Okay, I mean, we could potentially, let's see, how many artifacts do we have here? We've got 3 artifacts, so not that many. Just grab a Wakandan drone flock and not complicate things too much. So including the land, up to 19 playables. Feeling pretty good about this. I think I'd probably take the Surveillance Room over a Luke Cage. Just not really super excited about this effect. Don't know that we'll run both of these. Okay, Biochemist came back. That's great. But yeah, we almost have a full deck here just going into the end of pack 2. So we could use a little bit more removal, I think. We've got, I guess, a couple pieces. Raft is like pseudo removal. Okay, yeah, happy to grab Agent of Atlas. It's a nice pickup there. Really helps fill the curve. All right, pack 3, pick 1. Falcon, Winged Wonder. Sign me up. This is exactly what we want as a curve topper. The 10 rings, haven't played this before, but looks a little bit expensive. So yeah, happy to grab Falcon, and then maybe one of these comes back. Okay, pack 3, pick 2. There's a Web Up, a Hero in Training, and Stature. Also another US agent. So, wow, this is interesting. I think we probably, it's also a Futurist Forge. This is, I want like all these cards. I think we want the Web Up here. Just unconditional removal is kind of more what we need right now. We could use a couple more pieces. Other than that, I mean, I would really take any of them. Okay, take up the shield is a fantastic trick. I do think I want it over Wiccan, Rising Magician, and over Biochemist. So, happy to grab that. Okay, a second Falcon, wow. There's also a Vision Quest. This is definitely a bomb rare, which we could use. We could certainly, man, this is tough because I mean, we easily could play this. We've got Aim Scientists, Burrow Backup, 2 Surveillance Rooms. Could splash here. I think the win rate on these is actually pretty close. I think I'm going to take the Falcon just to make it super easy on the land. Although I could be wrong there. Maybe it would be better to take the other card. I think we have enough of a top end here. So I think I'd rather have the Colleen Wing over the Atlantis attacks. And I think we probably don't need the Panther Pounce. But yeah, that was an interesting, I could easily, yeah, I could see, definitely see taking the Vision Quest there. Falcon itself, though, is around 60% win rate, so pretty happy. I think I'd be happy with either one of them, honestly. Because it is the second Falcon, you know, there's an argument. Maybe should have gone the other direction, but I mean, Falcon is just great. All right. Wow. Murdoch's Crusade, Shield Spy Kit. I want all of these cards. This is just such good removal, though. I think it might be right to just grab the Murdoch's Crusade here. Okay. I think we have enough early stuff. This is a really nice just game ender and also like pseudo removal. Okay, I could see taking Crowd of True Believers, although I think I'd rather have another one of these, honestly. Actually, let's see. We've got 4 drops. Yeah, okay, maybe not. Maybe we'll take the Crowd here. Okay, I don't think we're probably playing either one of these. We have enough of a 4-drop. And then, yeah, I don't think we're playing any of these cards either. Wow, that's a late Dynamorpher. And wow, the Stark Industries showed up, so maybe we could have run the, you know, the Vision Quest. All right, let's go ahead and make a deck out of it. Okay, let's see how many cuts we got. 6 cuts. So we have, I guess, triple drone flock, deployment drone, a couple things we could use the hydraulic helpers for, but I think that is maybe potentially something we can cut. Let's check how much removal we've got. This is like pseudo removal. So we've got a decent amount of removal. It's possible. Let's see, we've got 22 creatures. Okay, so we're doing pretty well there on creatures. Can probably cut the hydraulic helpers. And then maybe Colleen Wing I think is okay, but we don't have many spells that target our stuff. Like, I guess we've got the Take Up the Shield, and that's about it. I think Agent of Atlas is maybe a little better. So now we're down to 43. I think we do want the AIM Scientist just to really help out with the land. Although I don't know if we want to run both surveillance rooms. Probably fine. Maybe cut like a Helicarrier Strike, although they are nice. Could see cutting like maybe 1 Wakandan drone flock. guess we could cut Agent of Atlas. But I mean, it's, let's see whether we've got some other early stuff here. Yeah, we've got the Raft Officer. 18 creatures. I could see, I suppose, cutting it. Actually, maybe I'd rather cut like an Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. over the Agent of Atlas. Just kind of bring the curve down a little bit. Okay, down to 41. Yeah, maybe we just cut both. 16 creatures, decent amount of removal. This looks pretty good. Let's run it like this. I could also see like maybe keeping the Agent of Atlas and like shaving another drone flock, since our 4-drop slot is a little full. All right, we've got AIM Scientist to help find our island. Okay, now we can just go for Wondrous Wasp if we want. Yeah, I think we just want to get that in. It's a nice pickup. Now we can go Maria Hill plus Scientists. Ooh, Fin Fang Foom. Can do a Murdoch's Crusade here. I think we can also just tap it down with the giant size flying ant. I suppose we missed the 4 points of damage right now. Actually, I guess we could just do this main phase, tap it, get in, and then like next turn do the Murdoch's Crusade just to get this down. Could also Trickster's Stratagem as well. I think I'd rather just get on the board. Do we want Maria Hill back? I mean, it's okay. I guess like right now I really want to make sure we get land. So I think maybe put it on the bottom for now. Okay, there's the land. So I think we just keep pushing here. Like we could go Falcon and not attack, but I think we just go Crusade and then push. Now any creature like they have like that's a flyer, we can just use Stratagem to get it out of the way if we want. Sure. And this should be pretty close to lights out, unless they've got like a board wipe. It's not bad. I guess let's just replay Falcon here. Oh, I suppose, yeah, this is, forgot this is legendary. There's another Falcon. Okay, I guess, so we could tap it down or like use Helicarrier Strike. I think I'll just replay this, and so let's get the Surveil in first. It's a good one also. I mean, I suppose we can now use like Helicarrier Strike if they block, so it's... have a lot of options here. I suppose I'll just do that and then giant-sized ant. Biochemist is okay. It doesn't really advance what we're doing, but I mean, it's certainly fine. That should do it. Okay. We're still here. Oh, you know, I suppose, yeah, we should have attacked there first to get the Surveil. Or I suppose it doesn't matter. All right, that's going to do it. Yeah, I like the deck so far. Again, I suppose we could just swap out the Atlas maybe for the drone flock, but the flyers are really nice. And we do have like a decent amount of early game. Okay, we want one more land. That'll work. I suppose, yeah, we should have tapped the raft security officer there. Didn't end up mattering, but... I think let's just get John Walker going here. We could use our like giant sized flying ant to untap John Walker's is kind of sort of fun, and then still get the attack in, and then play like this plus Crowd of True Believers. I kind of like that actually. I mean, I think it is blocked with their 1/1, but Falcon is also great. So yeah, maybe we'll do Falcon here. Justice is really nice. So I guess they just tap down our Falcon here, and we're happy to get in with both of these. And then we can untap if we need to. Okay, if they're just letting us go for it, they're trying to trade 3 for 4, which is okay. I think we just push. Take up the shield is pretty nice. So now we can use our giant-sized ant to untap Falcon. They can still tap it down with the Raft Officer, so it's not like a perfect solution. Otherwise, we could just like play the Raft Officer, equip this. I think we go for it. Force them to use their Raft Officer. Could also just tap down their Calling Wing since we probably don't want to take that. Although we could try to like double block it. It's pretty good. So now I think we probably just double block on the Calling Wing. It's not ideal, but otherwise, taking a bunch here. We could also like double block here. They probably try to take out our Raft Officer, which is pretty nice. But then we do keep our giant-sized flying ant if they don't have extra action. We can also use this to equip up some of our stuff. If they've still got action, like Panther Pounce would be really rough here. Whew, okay. So I guess if we had triple blocked, yeah, we should have triple blocked to play around Panther Pounce. Now while they're tapped out, we can get rid of their Raft Officer, at least take that out. And then I think we just want to try to pull up as much as possible. If they have removal, like we're in a really rough place. And again, if they have like more action here, their Calling Wing could just get out of hand. So like one other option, we could have like put the shield on the 1/1 to try to have like a 2/3 also. Yeah. That is unfortunate. I think we probably just have to get rid of it. Suppose we could also like triple block here, since they have to put all 6 points into the Falcon if they want to take it out. Okay, so they can attack us for 4. Fortunately, we can't out-toughness that unless we use stature, but it won't work on the flyers. So I think we probably just want to put the shield on the bird. Try to gain a little bit of life here with the True Believers. Oh my god. Oh lord. I did that before blockers. Oh geez. It's going to be a tough one to salvage. Ooh, yeah, definitely a huge misplay there. That's probably going to be it. They had a very good deck as well. Yeah, Calling Wing did a lot for them. I guess with the Panther Pounce and the Take Up the Shield, did some seriously good work. guess maybe potentially lower the curve a little bit. I could see maybe cutting a drone flock in favor of either Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. or the Agent of Atlas. I guess Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. is a little bit more for us. We have a pretty thin 3-drop slot, so I'm going to try that instead. Opener looks okay. We've got Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. coming out soon, so... And then probably trying to scry away any of their land. Okay, Scientist is fine. Wonder if we want to play Scientists here or US Agent. Probably US Agent, I guess. Okay, Wondrous Wasp is pretty nice. I think we want to turn off Madame Hydra here. Getting Falcon down also feels great. Could also use it on the Serpent Specialist. Yeah, I think we just want to get Falcon down this turn. Okay. It's pretty good. Luckily, we've got a backup Falcon. Yeah, happy to trade the bird here. Could also use the Wasp to turn off Madame Hydra. I think I like that a little bit. And then we can get Crowd of True Believers going. Want to do it now before before they can play another villain. So we could attack as a 5/5. I guess they could just like double block here. So maybe I want to hold back on US Agent for the moment. And then I guess we could also move the shield. Let's see, if we move it, could block with 2/4. Yeah, that actually kind of works. Although right now we're representing Counterspell, but I do want to move it over to the Wondrous Wasp anyways, I think. Well, so much for that plan. Oof, Claw is really good. Yuck. There goes Falcon, most likely. All right, let's get something into the air. And then let's move over the Sturdy Shield. Man, they've got tons and tons of villains. Spadam Hydra has been doing a lot of work. Okay, now I think we probably just move... Do we want to move the shield back? Just get the scientists down. Ooh, wow, Web Up is great. I mean, Murdoch's Crusade is pretty fantastic, but Web Up, I think, also answers our problem. Do we want to trade a US agent? I mean, not really, but I think we probably can. Life is going to start mattering. And then I think we probably web up the Mr. Hyde here, even though Madame Hydra is pretty nasty. It's a nice pickup. All right, I guess that's good enough. Yeah, that second match, oh man. I had some bad misplays there. Whew. Try to pull myself back together here. All right, opener looks good. And yeah, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. did some pretty nice work in that last game, so I think I'm happy with the switch. Hercules is pretty solid. I was going to play the Avenger Hanger here, but now I think I'm just going to play... Let's see, do we want more land? Probably good on land now, so we can maybe scry away land. Okay, that's definitely solid. Could go for the drone flock here. Could also just do the same thing and then just like hold up counterspell. I think I like holding up counterspell a little bit more. Okay, they're playing around it, sure. And let's just get Falcon down. So like next turn they can do the Hercules thing. I guess we could also do like Drone Flock and then tap down the Hercules. They could respond, I suppose, by upgrading it. I kind of just want to get Falcon down here. Although if we do Drone Flock, we could also do Helicarrier Strike. I mean, if they upgrade it, it'll be indestructible though, so there is that. Shields are down. Okay, Thor Odin's Son. Whew! That is a banger. Okay, that's a nice one. Let's just get rid of that right quick and in a hurry. And then I think we probably just Drone Flock here. I suppose we could hold up more nonsense. Maybe we do Drone Flock next turn. I suppose there was an argument for leaving the Red Wing back so we could use We Say Thee Nay for 4. But this way we can also play around like them powering this thing up. So I think if we intentionally pay 2, it just works. Like if they power up in response and I don't pay 2, maybe it doesn't work. I don't actually know. Okay, they played around it. Could just Wondrous Wasp it. Then we can use that for like Helicarrier Strike. We could also web up. I guess I want to hold this like in case they have like something truly crazy. Well, I mean, this is still like a nice... This also gets like an attacker down, so I kind of like that too. Good on land. Guess we tap that in response. Again, like the same potential problem happens here, but I think I'm going to just try to tap it. Or I suppose if we wait, then we can just make sure it taps. Pay the 2. This way we could hold up like... Guess I'm going to try to do it this way. They could just power it up here though. Sure. They more or less know we have the counterspell. It's a nice one. So I guess now it's like, do we want to hold up counter or take 7? Probably better to hold up counter, I think. It's like we have lethal on the table. So I think we just wait and see what they do. Guess we could try to block with the drone flock here. And then just counter if they do something like a trick, or we could just block with the security officer. So they're representing 9. I think the way we lose, if they have like team tactics for double strike, I don't think it's not quite enough to get there. I think we just take this, honestly. Take up the shield. Well, we can't counter it, unfortunately, so that does kind of complicate things. All right, what have you got? So I think we just push 8 here just to be safe. Could also try to use take up the shield to gain some life. Not sure if we want to do that. We still have counterspell on 4 if we want it. Okay. That's pretty good. Thankfully we have take up the shield. You can also just tap them down. So we're at 7. I guess if we go take up the shield, we have 1 blocker. Gain 4, go to 11. I think that's probably our out. Otherwise we can just web up this and they can only push for 5. I think this feels a little better. This is by no means perfect, but yeah, I guess if they have removal, they could still just get us here. If they have cheap removal, they could get us. Maybe it was too greedy to get into Wondrous Wasp. Otherwise, we could have like kept the Raft Security Officer open and then just used this and like bounced. They have like a cheap fight spell. Whew, close one. Very close. Wow. Whew, yeah, that last match, man, it's kind of down to the wire. Actually, going to take a quick pause here. We'll be right back. Whew. All right, let's jump in. 3-1. Is anybody else trying to make like sort of an end of the month push? Trying to get like top 1200 or top 250? Would love to see it in the comments. If you've been doing it through draft or standard or something else. Yeah, I think that like blue and white just have like the deepest commons and uncommons. So it's kind of like, seems like what you want to shoot for, and then obviously if they get like really strong pulls into different colors, you can do that. All right, opening hand looks good. Maybe draw into like a 2 or 3 drop. I think we probably, I suppose we can just Helicarrier Strike here, so. Although maybe we should have like waited and like tried to use it on defense and then go for the extra teamwork bonus. Yeah, that, you know, I hadn't even thought of that. That would have been better maybe. Man, that's really nice. Yeah, Loki is pretty sweet rare. I think we try to trade if he goes for it. Yeah. Didn't expect him to, but you never know. Wow, and they've got stature also. Whew. Pretty solid deck. Should we get in as a 4/5 and do like the double trade? I guess that's okay. I think we probably just trade here. Or at least offer. Man, Loki is so good. Guess we can offer the double trade again. Problem is they just swing back for a lot. But they're at lower life, so maybe we get like the life gain off of it and try to go for it. Although I suppose actually this just pumps power, not toughness, so they can just do the single trade here. Which is not as amazing. Yeah, super worried about stature. Murdoch's doesn't really do anything. At least not yet. Don't really have any good attacks here. Like we could try to push 4, but they push back with 4. Just shortens the clock. I guess we gain 1, so they're like pushing back with 3. Just gives us a little bit less time, I think, to find an answer for stature is the problem. Yeah, so they can give it +6/+6 right now, so they can hit us for 9 next turn. So we've got like 1 turn to find it. Yeah, it's unfortunately not going to do it. Drone flock is nice, but it doesn't doesn't answer the size shifter problem. I guess if they don't go for it, we've got to assume we have to like find an answer next turn. I might just slow roll it. Whew. Yeah, tough beat. If we had drawn the extra card with Agent Maria Hill, maybe would have seen a little farther, but it still need an answer for Stasher. Yeah, Murdoch's Crusade is a fantastic card, but there's certain situations where it just kind of misses everything. All right, opener looks nice. I think we want like one more land and that's it. Take that for sure. Could use Red Guardian here because like if they get rid of the Wasp, they'll have this thing back online. So it would be nice to get rid of their Brave Brawler. It's also just mana efficient. We could put this away, but I think just trading here is fine. Not super worried about it. It's a nice use of our mana, though, I will say that. Lets us push a little bit. Wow, no lands. They've got all gas. Curious what they're sitting on. That's a nice pickup. They've got red, which like makes me think that like maybe they've got like Superhero Civil War, which Murdoch Crusade does deal with pretty well. I mean, hopefully they don't have that, but if they do. Could bounce to US Agent, although that does give them another shield in the future, which is kind of annoying. But it does let us push decently well here. Could also just Murdoch's Crusade now. The only like downside there is if they do have Civil War, or they draw into it, could be pretty nasty. I think this is good enough though. I mean, we're pushing enough. I think it's probably worth just getting rid of this here. What else are you sitting on? All right, that's a pretty good target for stratagem. We could go deployment drone here, but I'd rather just get rid of this Madame Hydra. I guess we'll put the counter on this token. Suppose we could even it out, but I think this is fine. Ah, they did have it. Oh, man. Whew, was hoping they wouldn't draw into it. It's a total beating. Yeah, I was afraid of that. Okay. It's like why you play red. Stature is a nice pickup here. They can force us to use it, but still a nice pickup. Okay, that's pretty good. It's definitely pretty good. So we can't full send, we'll go to 9. I guess we could try to like offer the trade here with Stature. Or we could just hit them for 3. I think that's probably the best. All right, so I think we probably, man, if they have any tricks, like could go so wrong so quickly. So we could like quad block it. That way, or I suppose we'll just triple block it here, like with these 3. They need 2 pieces of removal. Otherwise, we could just like try to race it. Like we don't know what they're gonna play, so I think we gotta try to deal with it. Okay, it's a nice pickup also. See if they found removal for the shield deployment drone. All right. Still in it. Barely, but still in it. Four and 2. All right, opener looks great. Nice 2, 3, 4. Man, kind of wish we waited for the undercover scroll. That's, yeah, that's probably their best 2-drop. But I mean, locking this down is still nice. It's a good one. Could try to like send the 1/1 into it. They might see something's up, but otherwise I guess we could like full send. The problem is like they're gonna block the Wondrous Wasp. And then we do get their 4/4, but like they get back the Specialist, which is kind of bad. So I guess we could also just try like sending these 2. I don't know that like they'll bite on just a 1/1, but I think they might bite on these. Let's see. We could. I think we probably want to go get some land. So let's see. I guess if they have like giant growth, they could play around this, but I'm trying to think what else. Yeah, I guess we just go for it. Yeah, Wiccan is pretty nasty. Do we want to go for US Agent or Stratagem here? Guess like we get a decent push if we bounce the Magician. I kind of like that. Like getting more on the field's always good, but we get a decent push if we do it now. Yeah, I think maybe getting rid of it. Let's see, how do we want to spread this around? Maybe just put it on the 1/1 here. Wow, I want all these cards. Man. Kind of wondering if we just like... I can't imagine dumping Falcon here. I think we do dump the US Agent. As much as that hurts. Like next turn we can like double spell. Feels pretty good. I think we probably go for Stature this turn plus Raft so we can be ready for their Wiccan. They're representing like the giant flying gnat here, or a giant flying ant. I think that's what they've got. Oh, sure, they're just using the Avenger Tower, sure. So if they have like exactly giant growth, they could bounce our Stature. So I think maybe we maybe this turn we just hit with Stature. We don't worry about tapping down their Wiccan, and then either just like add to the board with Burrow backup or Falcon here. Probably Falcon. Okay, so now we can web up. Probably want to web up the Wiccan. It's a little bit more dangerous, I think. And then tap down the Pet Avengers. We have lethal in the air. Guess no reason to not swing with these two also. Whew, close one. Even though our life total was high, I felt like they could have like climbed out of it quickly if we didn't just finish the game right there. All right, 5 and 2. Yeah, Pet Avengers is so good right now. I don't like the flyers. Yeah, opener looks sweet. I think we lead with Hanger and then we can just go double spell. Feels a little better than just leading with Stature. I think if they offer, we probably make this trade. I think we want one more land. We could web up the specialist, but I just don't think we care. All right, yeah, opener or next card looks really nice. Shuffle away any land. Yeah, there's our target. So we could web up. We could just wasp it though. They start hitting back. Maybe it's a better web up target. I kind of like web up though because like in case they play something like truly crazy, it's better to have web up as backup. Maybe we just hit for one, go Falcon this turn, and then can like double spell next turn potentially. Like we lose 3 damage on the attack, but getting Falcon set up feels pretty good. They've got their own Falcon, sure. All right, so we probably wasp the Falcon and then web up the Pet Avengers. Make this thing lose flying. Just deal with a 3/4 instead of a 4/4. Ooh, do we want backup Falcon? I mean, if they deal with the first one, it's kind of nice to have a backup. Maybe we want to try to like look for more removal though. Yeah, I don't know. I guess like if they play something super crazy, it's better to have removal. I mean, they've got a full grip. We've got board presence. They've got a full grip. Okay, that's pretty good. I will say that's pretty good. All right, so if we full send, I think we can just get there with stature. They might have, if they have like Widow's Bite, could be problematic. All right, so if they block these two, we still push 3. We can pump for 4. It's 1 shy of lethal. We do eat their bird, and they eat probably our falcon. I think it's honestly worth it. We just like use our life total as a resource. If they have extra removal, it's really rough. But I think we just push. And then we can try to pump stature this turn, or if we wait, I guess we're hitting them for 5. Also, if they have like Widow's Embrace, we probably wait. It's like we have lethal here, but they wouldn't block like this if they didn't have removal. So I'm guessing they've got something. Or not. Okay. Huh. Interesting. Wow. Okay, so we could have just won right there. I thought we would like wait to like stature in response for the Widow's Bite, but maybe not. Yeah, maybe we should have just gone for it. I mean, we still get them if they can't deal with stature, but... So to be super careful here, if I have like a Widow's Bite, we could like do it twice in response. I don't know if we're allowed to do it twice. Like do it once. Or we can't do it twice, but like do it in response. If we like do it for 3. Yeah, actually, I guess we don't have enough mana to do that, even if that were to work. So I guess we just go for it. But yeah, I wonder if you can like respond to your own power up if they have like an instant response to like try to like power up again on the stack. If you have enough mana. All right, 6 and 2, final boss. See if we can trophy. Yeah, opener looks nice. Got both colors of mana. 2-drop, 4 and a 5. Let's try to get rid of any land coming up here. Got plenty of land. I don't think we take this trade. So they could have like Panther Pounce. They could have, what else? Helicarrier, Strike, Red Guardian. But I think we just drop Falcon this turn. Ooh, Khazar is a good one. Murdoch's Crusade, the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., I suppose. But, I mean, maybe we hold on to it in case they have like a... They could also like grow this a little bit and we could use it on that. I guess we just hit with these two and then hold back the Falcon with like take up the shield back up. It's a nice pickup. Yeah, food makes sense. What have you got? Suppose we could have responded before she drew her card. That might have been better, in case they drew into something. Because they can gain 5 more life here if they want. Yeah, now I think we just offer some trades, try to close the gap, try to end the game. Ooh. Unbeatable Squirrel Girl is amazing. As a top tier rare. So clock is ticking. Can't quite do lethal in the air, unfortunately. We're 18. I can push 9. Do we want to hold anything back? I'm just trying to think like what kind of crazy stuff. They can gain some life here too, so it's probably better to hold back a little bit. Sure. think that's fine. All right, they've got 8 mana, so they can do this twice. Question is, do they have extra removal? Does not look like it. Okay. So I guess let's move this over to the bird to kind of spread out our threats. This way they'll need 2 pieces of removal or something that does some life gain. All right, got there. And top 155, so we're getting close. This might hold until the end of the month, but I think we've got a couple more days, so probably have to do more. But yeah, thanks guys for watching. Let's take a look at the deck. Just kind of to recap here over how the deck worked out. I think adding in the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. felt pretty good. So shaving a drone flock for the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I think maybe the Crowd of True Believers is pretty weak, so we could have maybe cut that maybe for like another drone flock or maybe one of these 2-drops. I don't know which one would have been better for us. Like we only had, I think maybe one way of targeting with Take Up the Shield. Like we didn't have a ton of ways to do it. So yeah, I think that's probably what I would have changed. Maybe just like cut the Crowd of True Believers and then probably add in like maybe like the Agent of Atlas, something like that. Or even the drone flock. Like these drone flocks were great. But let's open the packs here for you. And see if we can stay in the top 250 for the end of the month. I will say, looking back on the draft, game 2 was pretty rough. I made a pretty terrible misplay there. So definitely, you know, just gotta lock in. But yeah, it was fun. So anyways, if you like this kind of content, you want to see more, consider subscribing. And also just want to say thanks so much to my dedicated members. So if you are considering becoming a member, you get early access for just 99 cents a month. And yeah, big thank you.